Our guest today is described as a dynamic comedian who brings a refreshing dose of clean and funny material. Comedian Tim Shropshire is in town playing at the Comedy Zone tonight in downtown Greenville. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
First, you're from Greensboro, North Carolina, but you've got South Carolina roots too, right?
Yes, Lancaster County is my family is born and raised, and so Lancaster and Kershaw, if you heard that, South Carolina. So that's like our second home.
Okay.
So I really feel like I'm at home right now.
All
so,
right.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about your style of comedy.
All right, well, I'm a family guy. I have a wife and 3 kids, and so a lot of my comedy is based out of just my experience with that. My family being we were the type of family that we would sit at the table for hours and just tell stories. And so that's all I do on stage now is I literally just tell stories on the stage.
You played football when you were in college, and I know one thing you discovered is you like to play football and you like to make people laugh.
Yeah.
So how did you make comedy into a career for yourself?
Oh, well, and especially, I had to use like comedy, especially for football. In college, we lost every game. Every single, we had a joke. You're going to fall into depression or something. It was rough. And so I was like the comic relief. And so when you're getting beat up by other guys who you playing with. And so, but I just kind of use that as an advantage on the road. And it's the same philosophy that I had as traveling for in college football. It's the same principle, same concept I had with traveling with comedy.
So people feel like they're really connecting with you, I bet, in the audience.
Oh, have to. Because I tell real life stuff. You know, what we go through. You know, for me, I drive. As you can see, I don't have a long neck. It's a short neck. On the drive here, it was tough trying to change lanes. People can relate to that. It's somebody all is like, it's tough for me too, trying to change lanes.
You get a lot of nodding and agreeing.
That's me. That's my story.
Well, I think it takes a lot of discipline, but you've stayed true to your faith in all that. So why is that so important to you to do that?
It goes back to family. My parents were, and still are, they're phenomenal, and set a great example for me where they showed me, man, being yourself is the best gift, is the best ministry. And so, that's what I try to present on stage. So I'm credited being a clean comedian because I don't curse on stage. But at the end of the day, I'm still funny. I'm still relatable, and with my spiritual roots and all that good stuff, I'm still relatable and able to have a good conversation with folks and make them feel comfortable and welcome at the same time.
And I love the way your family comes across in your material. You had a video where you and your daughter were side by side. Ooh. She wanted some of your chicken. You're not having it.
Nah, I ain't having it. Yeah, and so my daughter, and just like any other kid will not let their parents have food to themselves. They gonna hover over you the whole time.
Like a puppy.
Yeah, all the time. And so I told her, I said, you cannot have none of my chicken. These wings, especially the honey barbecue, with the 2 ranches on the side, I got to have it to myself. Mm-hmm. And so, but she wanted it. I let my daughter have a wing just so she can kind of walk away. When she did eat the wing, she kind of gagged on it a little bit. It scared her daddy. It scared me so bad. I went over to her, checked her, and then she was like, that I do not want this chicken no more. And I started crying. Not because that she was okay from choking, it's because I get to have my chicken back.
Thank goodness for that you got your chicken
come
back.
On, somebody. I had 9.5 pieces. I let the other half she ate. But I put that video online, and it took off from there. 9 to 11 million views, and I was like, Lord, what kind of chicken was I eating?
We're on to something here.
We on. So we're gonna talk about food. So I'm doing my tour and really gonna kick off the second leg of it here in Greenville. So it's called God, Family, and Chicken Wings. So yeah.
All the important things in life.
You gotta have your priorities in order.
Your wife's kind of funny too, isn't she?
Oh yes, she's funny and she's very serious. On her good side, thing about my wife, she's born and raised in London, England. I'm from North Carolina. She's from London. So she talked to the British accent just like this, Everything's proper. Everything is good. You hear the classical music at home. But her roots are not from South Carolina. Her roots are from West Africa. So when she gets upset, the West Africa comes out of my wife. And boy, if I don't like seeing that side of her. Because when you see that side of her, something wrong. That means you forgot to pay a bill on time.
Yeah, what have you done wrong at that point? Dishes in the sink. You didn't pay the bill.
Dishes in the sink. You left the clothes in the washing machine. You're supposed to put them in the dryer, so it got that sports smell. There is a sports smell in the house. I'm like, what in the world? It felt like Black Panther in my house sometimes, So I have to guard myself. And so to keep my house royal and keep it, that British feel, I try to do everything right.
And then, you got to leave. You got to go touring. You got to travel the country. What's that like, this lifestyle of being a comedian who sees the world?
I think the biggest thing is make sure that family is taken care of. I always think of home first. Like this weekend, I'm Greenville today, Greensboro tomorrow, Charleston, South Carolina Friday, Dallas on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And you're at the most the biggest holiday for couples and family, Valentine on Friday. So it's the biggest thing is making sure that I take care of family, and family is home. Once the home front is good, I'm good. And then I'm able to have clear conscience on stage. So.
Well, I know tonight's venue is the Comedy Zone. We'll put that information on the phone. What kind of venue is that for you?
Oh man, so for me, since I do clean, I'm booked at a lot of churches, you know, and all across the country, and I'm really changing that to where I'm able to do comedy clubs, and so this is my first time headlining at the Comedy Zone here in Greenville.
Very cool.
I'm excited about it, so it's gonna be really fun.
Be a good hometown crowd for you.
Yeah.
So check out Tim Shropshire, the Comedy Zone on North Main Street in downtown Greenville tonight. The doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7:30.
7:30, yeah.
Should be a great one. Anything else you want people to know?
Just come out, bring your friends. Hey, fellas, I'm helping you out. You know, giving you a pre-party gift. You know, something to get you going for the Valentine's Day. Come on,
a great date, and get them laughing, and the whole rest of the night takes care of itself.
If you got your wife upset or mad, take her to the comedy show. I'm gonna loosen you up a little bit.
You can smooth it over.
I'm just trying to help you out. That's all. I understand.
Well, we appreciate the service you provide. Have a great show tonight.
Man,
Thanks
you
for
so
being
much.
here.
All right.